Today we're going to learn how to create our own dot plots. We have three objectives today. They are that we can create a dot plot of a given data set, that we can summarize a given data set using equal length intervals and construct a frequency table, and that we can describe the distribution of a dot plot based on a frequency table. There are three steps we're going to follow when we create dot plots. Pause the video as needed to record these steps in your notes. Step 1. Determine the range of your dataset. What is the highest and lowest value? 2. Create a horizontal number line that covers your range of data. 3. Plot a dot for each value in the dataset. Robert, a 6th grader at Roosevelt Middle School, usually goes to bed around 10 p.m. and gets up around 6 a.m. to get ready for school. That means he gets about 8 hours of sleep on a school night. He decided to investigate the statistical question, how many hours per night do 6th graders usually sleep when they have school the next day? Robert took a survey of 28 6th graders and collected the following data to answer the question. Look to our first step in creating a dot plot. We need to identify the range of our data set. I see that my smallest value is 5, while my greatest value is 12. We can use this to create our number line. Keep in mind that we could have extended our number line beyond these two values, but this is the minimum range required to include all of our data. Begin to plot the data points on the dot plot. Pause the video here until you've finished creating a dot plot. We can see that the approximate center of the dot plot is either 8 or 9 hours of sleep, as these were the most common values reported. Note that even though there were no students who reported getting 6 hours of sleep, we still included 6 on our number line. Just like our work with other number lines, we must include equal spaces between each value, which means we can't skip 6 if we're counting by ones. To represent this data, we're going to create a frequency table. A frequency table is just like a dot plot, but it lists how often data values occur in a table rather than a graph or plot. Start by creating 3 columns. Let's title these number of hours playing a sport or game, tally, and frequency. The tally and frequency are both going to show us how many times each value is represented in our dataset. Next, we're going to again determine our data range. In this case, our lowest value is 0, while our highest value is 12. We need to include every value between 0 and 12 as we set up our frequency table. Finally, we simply take a tally of the number of times each value appears in our dataset. We record this tally in number form in the frequency column. For example, 3 students said they spent 0 hours playing a sport or game. We make 3 tally marks and record the frequency of 0 hours as 3. Copy down the rest of this frequency table in your notes. As you work on your problem set, focus on accurately representing all data in your dot plots and frequency tables.